to get started about the basketball and what I feel about it. The Bobcats, the worst coach in Bobcats history, and the best coach in Hornets history. So yay, Hornets! So I'm so happy that they did spend the money, a lot of money, to change the team to the Hornets. But once everybody here, going back when they changed the Hornets. Now I can't say nothing about the Bobcats that's going to happen, but the Hornets absolutely. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the success in basketball and in business. What it means to me, how I became successful in playing and coaching and that kind of thing, and just about 4 things that I really feel are very important about success. 1 is hard work. 2 is being positive, having a positive attitude. 3 is confidence, and asking questions that most people don't do. Most people point fingers at people and they say, you this, you that, you the other. And when that happens, people go into defense. Players do that. But when I used to ask my players, well, what happened out there? Why did this happen? Well, they have to start thinking then. See? But if I point the finger and say, boy, you're a piece of, what, they're going to look at me like, I don't want you to say that to me. But hard work is what, to me, is most important in life to be successful. My son, Paul Silas, is an assistant coach with the Bobcats, and he really works hard. I was known as not a hard worker, and it really hurt me. When I was an assistant coach, for like about 10 years, I couldn't get a head job. I really talked to teams about being a head coach, but I didn't get one. And what happened is that I stayed positive. I had a positive attitude. Even though I couldn't get the job, I said, no, I'm not going to be negative, I'm going to be positive. And when I came to Charlotte, Dave Collins was the head coach and I was the assistant coach. And the first year we made the playoffs. The next year, Dave said, Paul, I'm giving this up. And I said, Dave, no, you cannot give this job up. I mean, we were like 4-11, and I'm saying, who's going to take this over at 4-11, So, but it happened that way, and they gave the job to me. And I called my wife and I said, I just want to tell you something. And she was waiting for me to come home. And when I came home, she said, well, what's up? I said, they gave me the job. And she said, oh my God, no. We're 4-11. But I had this one player on my team, his name was Bobby Fields. And Bobby told me, he said, Coach, do you want to keep this job? And I said, Bobby, no question. He said, okay, I'm going to make sure you do that. He started bringing the players in and working with the players. And from 4-11, I got to be 23-12 that particular year. And the next year, I got the head job here, and we started winning, and went on to New Orleans and Cleveland. And the one great thing about this whole thing was, if I had gotten a job like 10 years or 12 years, 15 years before, the money wouldn't have been the same. When I got the job, the money was up. So, like I'm saying now, boy, you 70 years old and you got some dough, So that's the way things happen for me, is that I did things in a positive way. And to me, that's exactly the way things have to happen. Confidence is one of the other things that I understand, and the players, if they understand that and they have confidence in the coach has confidence in them, they're going to do the best possible job they can do. I had a player here named Kwame Brown when I took over and with the Bobcats. Kwame was good for like 1 year in his playing career and not good in the other years, like about 11 years. And I took over and I made him confident. I said, boy, you can get it done. And the one thing I told all of my players is that if you're open, you got to shoot the basketball. And he was looking at me like I was crazy because nobody wanted him to shoot. I said, you're going to have to work on your shot, and if you're open, shoot it. And that gave him confidence. Kwame Brown had the second best year of his career the year I took over. He was making a minimum salary, and the next year he got a $7 million contract. So, you know, that's what confidence was about. DJ Augustine, the same thing, led my team in scoring, unbelievable. They wanted to give him like a 6-year contract for a lot of money. He didn't accept, but when he goes out and plays for another team, the coach doesn't give him the confidence. He came here and he was passing the basketball, passing the ball, and at halftime I said, what is your problem? I said, man, you're the best shooter I've ever seen in my life. Well, the coach wants me to pass and that kind of thing, you know. And what has happened is that he played for Indiana for 1 year. Now he's at Toronto and has a 1-year contract. So I told him, boy, you should have took that 6 years, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't do it. DJ White, same thing, offered a 3-year deal. Now he's really not in the league. So guys have to understand, and everybody has to understand to me, that confidence is what's most important in life. If you give a person confidence and they have confidence in you and confidence in themselves that they can get the job done, they get it done. Now, when you're a CEO, a president, I don't think people have to look at you and say, well, they work as hard as somebody that's trying to get up in one of those positions. You have to work. You have to start at 7 o'clock in the morning when everybody else comes at 8 or 9. Everybody leaves at 5. You stay till 6, 7. And that's what I tell players. You have to do that. And if you do that, the word gets around that, boy, this guy really, really works hard. My son, because, you know, I had the thing of not working as hard as him, I told him, I said, boy, you've got to work harder than anybody else. I gave him a job as a scout. Stephen would go out and scout and get on a plane and come back and be with the team just about every game. So he was zooming in and out, in and out, and in and out. And now, each player on the Bobcats, if they want to come and work out, they call him, and what does he do? He goes down and work them out. It's just great. Steph Curry, he was out at Golden State with Steph Curry. And Steph wanted him back so badly, you know. And thank God that the Bobcats didn't, because my grandkids are here, you know. I don't have to fly all the way out to Golden State, you know. But he's just, the word got around that he's just a hard worker. And to me, that's what, you know, life is really all about. It's about you figuring out what's going to make you successful. And you know, after I had my last job here, it was kind of difficult because, you know, I didn't have a lot of talent, but I lost more games than anybody else had ever lost in this league. But I did not be negative. I didn't go at the Bobcats. I didn't say anything negative about them. And they gave me a job, you know. And I said, hey, you know, that's outstanding. I speak to Rotary clubs and things of that nature, and they did that the first year. And when they sent me another contract this year, I said, my God, this is outstanding. You know, I didn't think they were going to do that, you know, but they did. And it's just a nice thing for me that, you know, we are where we are as a family. Two grandkids here. Yesterday they had a grandfather's thing at their school, at the girls' school. And then I have a daughter in Connecticut and have a grandson. And he's 8 years old, but he's like, looks like he's about 11 or 12. You know, and he's a big dude, you know. So when he came down here for 3 weeks, we got out, we walked every day. And then I was sending him texts, he was sending me back when he went back to Connecticut. Boy, are you walking? Yeah, Papa, I'm walking, you know, so I sent him some money. Here, man. let's get it done, you know. And I'm 40 pounds less than I was too, you know, and I found that out. You know, you can't have a whole lot of weight and work in those positions where people are looking at you, you know. So even though I'm losing weight, I ain't gonna coach no more. That's one thing for sure. No. But just love being here and you know, looking at everybody. Normally I speak to about 20 people, and look at everybody here. You know, this is truly wonderful. But if there are any questions for me, I think I'll try to answer questions.
Paul, we're all going to remember you as the coach of our beloved Hornets. But I can tell you, my fondest boyhood memory was when you were that hard-working power forward on the parquet floor. And my dad always pointed to you. I always watched Havlicek. He pointed at you and said, son, if you can grow up and be like him, you'll do something. What was it like playing for the Celtics in those days?
Oh, boy. It was unbelievable. I was like the sixth man. I had come back from Phoenix, and I had my best year in Phoenix. Red Auerbach brought me into to Boston, and I wanted to start, you know. And Tommy Heinsohn said, no, we have had Havlicek and all kind of people as six men, and so you're going to come off the bench. But I came off the bench, and me and Dave Collins, we got together, and we said, boy, we're going to be the two toughest guys in this game. And we were. I mean, Dave was just like unbelievable. And like when we would lay up before the game, you know, he would come and hit me on the rear, and I knew we were together, you know. So sometimes we would be laying up till about 10 seconds. And I'm wondering, what is wrong with this dude? You know, and finally he would come and hit me on the butt, and I said, yeah, we're ready, you know. So it was just great. It's interesting today when players, if you think about players today, they can come out of college their freshman year, after freshman year, and they really, in my opinion, now they don't understand the game nearly as well as we understood it. Now they're a lot more talented. I mean, they can dunk, they can pass, dribble, run, all these kind of things. But I try to teach players to block out, you know, and they don't know how to do it, you know. And when I say, you know, I don't want you holding the man this way, you hit him and you go up and get the basketball, they don't understand. And you just don't have enough time to teach one player all that. But I learned it, you know, in college and everything, and it really did well for me because when I was in the league for 16 years, and it was tough, you know, and now I wasn't going to take no nonsense from nobody. Yes, sir.
Tell us your favorite player you ever coached.
Oh, wow. You know, Baron Davis, I think, was the best player I've ever coached because Baron came to Charlotte and he was in California, and his agent called me and said, Paul, if you draft him, he's not coming to Charlotte. He said, you know, I'm going to have him go somewhere else. So I told the guy, I said, well, you know, that's fine with me. I said, because 1 year, he's going to be somewhere else. And he's not going to be in the NBA, but if I draft him, then he's going to come here, or he's not going to play. And we drafted him. But when he came here, I had some very good players, and I didn't want to start him. And he was so upset with me, just upset. And after the season was over, he said, Coach, I'm going to start next year. And he wasn't a great shooter, but he started working on his shot in the offseason. And he came back, and he was unbelievable. And he made the All-Star team for me, you know, 1 year, the only year really he ever made the All-Star team. And we've kept in touch throughout. You know, he comes back to Charlotte, and we just have a really good time. But he was great. Yes, sir.
Also, compare LeBron and Jordan.
Oh, God. LeBron and Jordan. Well, right now, you know, I coached LeBron for 2 years, his first 2 years, and LeBron was like unbelievable. At 18 years old, he knew about Bill Russell, he knew about a lot of the players that came through that most players his age don't even know. And he understood the game. You know, I made LeBron a point forward because I didn't have one when he first started. And didn't say a word to me, just took over the game and started it, and we did well. But, you know, Michael Jordan is right now the best player that ever played this game. Now, LeBron has 2 championships. I think Mike has 6. So when LeBron gets 6 championships, then I'm going to say, I don't know. But right now, I know. Yes, sir.
Steph Curry, play in the NBA.
Seth, you know, I saw Seth at a barbershop that we both go to, and I asked him how he was feeling, and he said his knee is about 90% healed, and he was going out to Golden State. They put him in the D League out there, and you know, he's going to play there. But there's no question in my mind he can play in this league. I mean, he's a great shooter. He understands how to play the game. And his dad and my son were working with Steph and Seth. And I asked him, I said, well, which son is the best shooter? He said, Seth. And I said, you gotta be kidding. He said, you just wait. You wait and see. So I just really believe that he's going to be a very good player. And believe me, and I told him, you know, I said, if I had still been here, you'd been on the Bobcats. There's no question. Yes, sir.
All right, so you said you're not going to coach anymore. So do you and Michael ever get out there and play a game of horse or something like that on the court?
No. We don't do that, you know, because Mike still shoots a great shot, you know, and all I want to do is play him, you know, one-on-one, so I can just beat the hell out of him. Bam! Oh, it's great. It's great. They have a really good coach now, and what's his name, Steve Clifford. And the players that they have now are so much better than the players before. You know, Al Jefferson, you know, they got him. This guy can score 20 points a game, and he will. He will score 20 points. They have not had a scorer that's 20 points, a 20-point scorer. Even Corey Gisela, you know, I saw him in Vegas, and he had a heck of a summer league. So it's just all the players that they have. Who was it I saw? I saw, who was it? Ramon Sessions, you know, and I was at the arena, and I saw Ramon, and Ramon looked good. I said, man, you have lost weight, you look good, everything is great. I said, well, what year is this for you? This your last year? Yeah, Coach. I said, I understand. But they got so many good players now, and these guys are are really going to play well this year. And the coach is a very, very good defensive coach, and he's working with these guys, and they want to do it. And I've watched them practice. They're at it.